the calmest people you know aren't just lucky. They quietly do a few small things every single day. Here are 7 of them. None of them are dramatic. None of them require a new app, a new planner, or a new version of you. They're softer than that, quieter than that, almost invisible from the outside. You probably met someone like this before. Someone whose presence felt like a slow exhale. Someone who didn't rush, didn't perform, didn't need the last word. And maybe, without meaning to, you envied it a little. That kind of steadiness, that kind of ease. You wondered what they knew that you didn't. The truth is, they don't know some secret you've missed. They just repeat small, gentle things until those things become who they are. And tonight, we'll walk through 7 of them together, slowly. No pressure to remember them all, no pressure to start tomorrow. Just listen the way you'd listen to rain on a quiet window. Let the ones that fit stay with you. Let the rest drift by. Because calm was never a personality trait you were born without. It's a series of small returns, and you're already closer to it than you think. The first quiet thing calm people do is this. They let the morning be slow before it becomes anything else. They don't reach for the phone in the dark. They don't hand their attention away before they've even opened their eyes fully. There's a small pocket of time, maybe only a few minutes, where the world hasn't started asking things of them yet, and they protect it. You can try it too. Not perfectly, not every day, just sometimes. Just enough to remember what your own thoughts sound like before the noise arrives. Because the way you begin a morning is often the way the whole day leans. A rush start pulls the rest of the hours behind it. A soft start gives you somewhere to return to when things get loud later. And there's one more thing worth noticing about slow mornings. They aren't about doing less. They're about arriving in your own life before anyone else does. The second quiet thing calm people do is breathe on purpose at least once, not a deep, dramatic self-help breath. Just one honest one. One breath where they actually feel their shoulders drop half an inch. You've been breathing all day without noticing. That's normal. But somewhere in the middle of an ordinary hour, they pause and they let one breath be theirs, fully, slowly, without task. It sounds too small to matter. That's exactly why it works. The nervous system doesn't need grand gestures. It needs gentle reminders that you're safe, that nothing is on fire, that this moment is allowed to be quiet. Try it now if you'd like. One breath in, one breath out. Nothing to fix, nothing to prove. The third quiet thing is this. Calm people are careful about what they let in first. Before the news, before the group chat, before the inbox, they give themselves something soft to hold first. A cup of something warm, a few minutes by a window, a short walk to the same corner they always walk to. It's not avoidance, it's sequencing. They know their mind is tender in its first hour, the way soil is tender after rain, and they don't stomp through it. You can be gentle with your own beginnings too. Even if your morning is chaotic, even if there are children or deadlines or a commute waiting, you can find one small thing that belongs only to you and put it first. And here's the part that changes everything. You don't need a perfect life to have a peaceful start. You just need a few protected minutes, guarded kindly. The fourth quiet thing calm people do is finish small things. Not big things, small ones, the dish rinsed instead of left, the message answered instead of avoided, the one email that's been quietly aging in the corner of their mind. They know unfinished small things weigh more than they should. 10 tiny loose ends can feel heavier than one big honest problem. So they close little loops throughout the day gently, without making a project out of it. It's almost funny how much lighter you feel after clearing 3 small things you've been carrying for a week. Nothing about your life has objectively changed, but something inside your chest has. You don't need to become someone productive. You just need to release a few of the tiny things that have been quietly draining you. The fifth quiet thing is one of my favorites. Calm people talk to themselves the way they'd talk to someone they love. Not with fake positivity, not with a script, just with basic kindness. When they spill something, they don't call themselves stupid. When they forget something, they don't spiral. When they fall short, they don't turn it into a courtroom in their own head. They speak to themselves the way an old friend would, softly, fairly, with a little humor, with a little patience. You probably don't notice how often you're cruel to yourself in a single day. Most people don't. It's a background hum, so constant you've stopped hearing it. But your body hears it, your shoulders hear it, your sleep hears it. Try catching one harsh sentence today, just one, and say something a small degree kinder in its place. Not sugar, just fairness, because you were never going to piece your way past someone who talks to you like that all day. Even if that someone is you. The sixth quiet thing calm people do is leave gaps in the day. Not full breaks, not scheduled self-care blocks, just small, unclaimed pockets where nothing has to happen. 2 minutes between meetings where they don't reach for the phone. A slow walk from the car to the door. A pause at the sink before turning the tap. Little seams in the fabric of the day where their mind can loosen. We often try to fill every gap because empty moments feel uncomfortable, but those tiny empty moments are where your mind actually catches up with your body. Without them, you spend the whole day one step ahead of yourself, breathless in a quiet way. You don't need a whole hour of stillness. You need 3, 4, 5 tiny seams a day where nothing is asked of you. And there's something tender about giving those back to yourself, like handing a small gift to the version of you who's been running all day. The seventh quiet thing may be the gentlest of them all. Calm people end the day on purpose. They don't just collapse into it, they mark it softly in some small way. Maybe it's a shower where they let the water do the thinking. Maybe it's a page of a book that has nothing to do with their work. Maybe it's just standing at a window for a moment before bed and letting the day be over. They give the day an ending so the mind knows it's allowed to rest. Because if you never close the day, your brain keeps it open, running quietly in the background all through the night. That's part of why you wake up already tired. An ending doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be intentional. A small ritual that tells your whole system, we're done here. You can put it down now. Those are the 7 slow mornings. One honest breath, a gentle first input, small finished things, kind self-talk, little gaps in the day, an intentional ending. Notice something. None of them are impressive. None of them would look like anything on the outside. If someone filmed a calm person's day, they'd say nothing much happened. And that's the point. Calm was never loud. Calm was never performance. Calm is 100 small returns to yourself spread quietly across an ordinary day. You don't have to do all 7. You don't even have to do them well. Pick one. The one that softens something in you as you listened. Try it tomorrow gently. And the next day, if it stays. That's how calm people became calm. Not in one dramatic decision. In small, forgivable, repeatable moments. And if any of this reached the tired part of you tonight, you're welcome to stay a while. Subscribe if these quiet reflections feel like somewhere you'd like to keep coming back to. And if you'd like, leave one word in the comments, the one small thing you'll try tomorrow. I'll read them slowly. For now, let your shoulders drop half an inch. Let the day be over. Let this be enough. You already did more than you know today, just by staying. And when you're ready for another quiet walk like this one, I'll be here, waiting softly on the other side of the next reflection. Rest well.